Get ready.
Work.
Cause it's about time for you to speak your
Me
mind.
and Ketty was like, we need to figure out some kind of move like to do this, like a whole dance. We'll do it. And we'll pull up the chat.
Super Secret Girls Club.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Super Secret Girls Club. It's Wednesday. It's Navi, and we have Bria. I always call you Bria. I was like, Bria. We have Bria in the house. Ketty is still out, so I brought Bria because we had so much fun last week. I was like, she is our go-to guest.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're just going to be our go-to guest from now on. It's like there's just no point because it's easier because we have so much other stuff to catch up on. So like, I might as well. See if you can come closer.
Oh, yes. I'm trying to make sure. So the goal for this podcast is for me not to beat up the mic because I just feel like I'm just like,
It's hilarious. Yeah, she's like, just put it so far away. Like, don't put it that far away that nobody can hear you. But yeah, how you been, Brie? You went through traffic.
Yes. Oh my God. Be careful when you're driving. There was pileups on two opposite sides of the highway.
Like on your side, on the other side?
4 lanes. 4 lanes. And it was weird because I saw the first one and I was like, look at them. I just, when you're driving, I made all the right decisions today. And then all you just see is red lights. Yeah, it was like across all 4 lanes. They pushed one car out of a lane. So it's complete ass moving there.
I wonder why. Because it's like, the weather is fine.
It's clear. I have no idea either. But you should have told me about Castlevania sooner. God damn it.
Did you start it?
Girl, I'm in it.
So good.
Alucard.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's beautiful.
I was like, my heart.
I felt bad. Okay, I'm in season 2. Like, controversially upgrade. There might be spoilers up to there. Dracula. Why am I sad for him? Why did I get so sad?
That scene was so sad. I spoiled that for Chris because I thought Chris had seen it.
Oh.
And I was like, I was like, no. I haven't seen that. I was like, oh, you talk about it like you've seen it, but it's whatever. It's only season 1.
In his room.
In his room. It was so sad.
He said, I'm killing my boy. I was like,
It was so sad. I was like, look at Lisa. I'm killing my boy. They're killing our boy. It was so sad.
But you know what I love about it? I love a good bitch villain. And I love that Carmilla is just like, no,
I love Carmilla.
Eat it. She's like, you're my pet now, puppy. I don't have to be nice to you. And I was like, yo, Hector, defend yourself.
Hector fucked up. What did he think he was gonna do? He's gonna like let go of Dracula and find another good vampire to take him in? Like, I don't know what he thought.
Dracula treated you like an equal. You had a house, a home, and everything. And he even said, fuck all these vampires, listen to my humans, and look, now you're treated like a pet, like the pets you reanimate.
Exactly. It makes no sense. Girl, keep on watching. It's so
better?
Good. It just keeps on getting better. Like, I mean, it wasn't like it's not good, but it just keeps on exceeding expectations. Like, I don't know what else, but an animation.
Dude.
Beautiful.
The fight scene, I was gobsmacked. When all 3 of them, when the speaker was like, hey, yeah, and then he was like, wah, wah, wah. Like, it was a whole, the 5 of them in Alucard. Like, I feel so bad, but the only person I can remember is Alucard.
So Sypha and Belmont.
Yeah, the Belmont.
The magician. Alucard.
And that 5-minute back-to-back of this just going in, I was like, I don't know who animated this, but they need all their coins. It felt like a movie. I was like, are we not watching a movie?
It was so good. So Spidey watched it with you?
Yes.
Okay, good. So this wasn't even the best fight scene.
This is not even the best, because how can it get better?
There's one of my favorite fight scene, I think in the last season. I think we were on a 4th season. 2 of them, actually 2 of the best scene are in the last season. 2. And those are not even all, there's a lot of fight scenes, but they changed animation to a point it was like, actually not even 2. A lot of good fight scenes are yet to come. Yet to come.
Are you gonna watch Nocturne?
We are watching Nocturne.
So all I've been also hearing about is Beyonce's Renaissance. Everyone is just putting like the characters next to her outfits. It's like Renaissance. And whoever the chick is who's darker skinned and she has all the long hair and like the slits. I don't know.
We only seen episode 2.
You only seen episode 2? Okay,
yeah, so
whoever she is.
I don't know who she is. We only seen episode 2. I mean, so far, they're building up characters. We know who they are. It is a sequel.
It is a sequel?
It is a sequel.
After?
Yeah, so I thought it was a prequel. So it is a sequel, so stay away from it. Okay. Especially now that you know characters. But, dude, it's still, I mean, I don't think it will give anything away, but it's really, really good. It's really good. I love Isaac. Love Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac's a really hard one. There was a little therapy, and he could be fine. Just a little bit.
Oh, when he was like, smacking himself, I was like, what is happening?
But also part of me with God Brent stabbed him in the back, and he was like, "Do you not know what I do for a living?" Yeah. And I was like, "Is this why he does it?"
I miss God Brent though.
I do.
He's a good character.
Who came in? He's like, if he's not trying to fuck it, fight it, or make it into a boat? There's nothing for him to do.
Nothing for me to do. Yeah, I was like, okay, I guess makes sense. But yeah, no, random tangent on Castlevania. I'm so glad, Bria, you're watching it because it's like, you need to watch Castlevania. We were watching Nocturne and we had just finished Castlevania. I was like, you need to watch it. Like, you need to watch it. It's like so good. It's really, really good. And it's funny because Damon watched with us, but every time we see the finale, he's out. So we've seen every single finale without him. And it's like, I guess, I mean, we can't wait. He's like always somewhere. So, but yeah, no, I love it. Well, welcome everybody who's in the chat. If you guys are joining us on YouTube, we are only looking at chat on Twitch. So hop on over. You're welcome to continue watching on YouTube. We just won't see the chat. But yeah, so this weekend we had Normiecon.
Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, we did.
It was great. I think a lot of people are in the chat. Hello, Eleanor. Hello. I think Lucy was up. Oh, yes, Lucy. I see Lucy. And Manny, as you heard as well. They were all here for Normiecon this weekend. Keyblade lover.
What's
hello,
up,
hello.
Keyblade?
And what you think? You were there for like a couple nights.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you have fun?
Yes. It was a lot of fun. It was like seeing like faces to names and seeing people who came back last year.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And everyone was talking about last year and this one. It was good.
It was good.
I missed the game parts because I was working, but the karaoke was lit.
Dude, you and Spidey came in. So I know when I was saying like, oh my God, that's the best one. I was prepared. But what I was not prepared, these two, Spidey and Brie, start singing this song. I'm just going to say Black People in Paris.
Black People Can I please sing Black People in Paris?
Black People in Paris. They're singing. Okay. And then, you know, when the beat drops and both of them start dancing and they do this Dragon Ball fusion dance, I died.
We were
I was like, Ross, why did you tell me? Because that's something I would have recorded. I was not prepared for it. They just literally like go, like just start feels like, what is happening? They killed it. I was so happy. I was like, this is it. We are done for the night. Like, not doing anything else.
We were talking about if we get married, we should do the ring, the ears,
yes,
like the Kai have,
yes,
and do a fusion dance to the altar.
Absolutely.
And then if we have a kid, they'll have both the earrings.
Oh my God.
And I was like, is that too nerdy?
No.
Is that too? Or should I just pierce? Kavira would never let me pierce her ears.
I mean, I don't think it's nerdy. I think that's, I mean, if you're not going to be nerdy when you want to be, when are you going to be?
Right?
Yeah. No, it was hilarious. So did you guys actually practice that at home? Like you were like, let's practice this. Like this is how it's going to go. Let the song go. This is how we're going to do this. Who choreographed this?
So I was like, so Josh has never done karaoke like frequently. So when we went out with Surridge and them like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
He's never done karaoke before. And I was like, well, you don't have to sing.
Yeah.
I like doing rap because I can't sing that well.
Yeah.
And so he was like, okay. I was like, let's do Black People in Paris.
Yeah.
I said, but there's just lull.
Yeah.
And we're talking. I'm like, we have to have an 8 count. It had to be great. I'm like, let's just fusion dance. And
Yeah.
he was like, yeah. So we practiced it there. And then I was like, well, we can't do the same thing at the con. So we had to do the fake out.
Oh, so you did fusion dance, you figured it out then. And wow, did you go home and was like, let's practice this?
Then we went outside and we were like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to turn and then you're going to 1. We were looking at the videos. I'm like, but is this the fusion dance? I thought they did this and then this and then this. Or they did this and this and this. But it was good.
No, it was cute. It was great. Oh my God, it was hilarious.
There's a black kid out there whose parents named him Sasuke. Stop.
That is hilarious. You know, I don't know how I feel about naming your kids character names. I think pets are fine, but like there was like, you know, when Game of Thrones started popular, like people were naming their kids Khaleesi,
which is not even the right name.
It's not. I was like, that kid is going to get picked on so much.
True.
Like, get a pet and name Khaleesi. Get soft toys, named him Khaleesi. Like,
so why not just name them the full name? Daenerys Targaryen, first of her name. The whole name, Bradley.
oh my God.
That is
Bradley.
Oh, Bradley.
That's hilarious. A kid named Odin.
Yo,
seriously.
don't
do it.
Spidey's friend. Can I tell him about this story?
I guess so. He started it. He said Odin.
This person named their child Odin because they did the 23andMe and found out they had some Viking blood in them. Mind you, the child is mixed race.
Oh,
so I don't know what the Vikings even had. I don't know. Were there tan Vikings? I wasn't there. But we were all like, why? Because I would bully. Oh, no. Let me stop saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bully your kid, but I would think.
I will. I mean, I wouldn't bully your kid, but I will
would talk shit.
I will. I will just be like, Odin's here.
I would roast you. I'd be like, where are the other ones? Where are the other ones then? It's not just Odin. You going to get him a bird? Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, if that kid ever picks a fight with me, the first thing I'm doing is taking the name and like butchering it. Like, okay.
Odin.
Yeah, no,
sit down.
it's just don't do it. But that's hilarious.
But how cute would it be like if you had a son named Odin and like a dog named Freya?
Oh my god.
It'd be like, let Odin and Freya go out and play. That's
Oh, I don't know. Name the dog Odin Freya.
just both. Hyphenate.
Just name it both of them.
What would you name your pet? What's your next pet? Because we have Nico.
So I almost want to change her name to Nico Robin because there's a character in One Piece. And her name is spelled Nico Nico. So every time we read that character, it's like Nico. It's like Nico. And my phone Nico.
You're Nico.
And my phone also like auto corrects it to that. Sometimes like, it's fine. So I think I'm slowly gonna change it to Nico. The next one, oh my god, I had a name and now I forgot. But I want to name 22 Chopper also from One Piece. But yeah, some character names for sure. But
What's up, baby? You know, I love when dogs settle down. Their face looks like they've been working in the field for 84 days.
Dude,
and I'm like, you've been doing nothing.
She was sleeping last night with her little tongue out. Passed out. I was like, what kind of day did you have? Passed out at 8 p.m.
At 8 p.m.?
8 p.m. Like, for a couple hours, she just had her tongue out. And I like sending Snapchats to my parents. And it's like, she acts like she had worked in the field. All she did was sit here. Like, literally, I mean, she didn't sleep, but yeah, all she did. Give Nico a red bird costume for Halloween and she can be Nico Robin for real. Seriously.
Yeah. Also, watch Big Dub. I feel you. I feel finding the strength to get out of bed.
Yeah, especially it's getting cold now.
Yes. Oh, how did you think of Normiecon?
No, Normiecon was great. Actually, it was like, I think one of our successful Normiecon.
Very chill.
Not that we had horrible incidents in last ones, but there was always something, right? There was always like, in the last one, we did really good, but there was like small tinge argument. I will say argument, like fight just sounds weird, but like there was an argument that happened. There was just like weird things happening. And I think we internally has a little bit of miscommunication.
Yes, but that upside down pineapple cake incident is legendary.
It's a legendary.
I also still need the recipe. So if you're watching, hey, DM me. I want that. I want that from you. I will absolve everything. I just need that. It was so good. That is Rubber Duck.
Are you a VPN? Because I feel safe and secure when I'm with you. This is no way sexual. Just want you to make people smile.
I love that.
I love it. That's hilarious. But yeah, no, it's legendary. Like people were talking and everybody was like, oh yeah, I heard there was a fight last year. I was like, girl, not really.
No.
I mean, it was a nerdy version of fight, right? Like it was like a bar version of fight where people were throwing, like took their eggs off and like started fighting. No, it was like a our version of something, but it was weird. And I think a lot of times when we were acting like not acting like when we had event, there was always like maybe something went wrong and we had miscommunication and there was a tension. You know, there was always like with that many people working. This year was perfect. None of us hated each other.
No. And then even Runner was saying no to help. That's when I knew. I said, what?
Yeah.
Oh, and Hannah coming through. Give it up.
Hannah was great.
Her drinks, everyone was so like it was so nice.
It was so nice.
Chill.
I think this year was the best, and I think this year worked out the best because we really didn't try. Every time we got a feedback, like don't do too much. All we want to do is hang out and play games
and chill.
Chill. So literally, we hung
drinks.
out and played drinks, and we had karaoke and drinks one night. So it was like let's just have it planned out one night, not like all 3 nights, all 2 nights. People were still going out and drinking.
Some of y'all are over here seeing some shaking and some sugaring, some things jiggling the night before. Y'all are party animals. I'm old.
They were party animals. I mean, so anybody know, like Normiecon, we usually schedule it for like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But our attendees came in Wednesday night. They planned out a dinner on Wednesday. They stayed out late. I just did dinner. I was like, I'm not doing later. And then they went out Thursday, drinks did.
Oh my God,
On Friday, they went out late. On Saturday, I was up till 5 a.m.
Were you at the Imbibe?
I was at Imbibe.
Yo, I blacked out as soon as I walked into that bar. I don't remember anything.
No, dude, I went to Spring Hill to play Coup. I was like, we went to this hotel to play Coup. I was like, this was not needed. And then Surge goes and bring alcohol. I was like, what is wrong with you, sir? Like, it was, the funny thing, like, and everybody lost voices. But the funny thing was, like, on Saturday, and I hear, like, I'm there. I was like, oh, Surge went to get drinks. Like, he's not coming back. I bet money he's not coming back. They were like, he will. I was like, I bet money he's not. And then he comes back with drinks and come to realize he has somebody else with him. I was like, that's why he got back.
That's the only reason he came back.
That's the only reason he came back. The only reason.
Because I bet you he was trying to be like, hey.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, exactly. Because otherwise, I was like, he's not coming back and we all know it. And we all, and like, I was talking to Rana and was like, oh yeah, he wasn't coming back. I was like, I know, but then he had somebody with him. That's the only reason.
I was telling Core too, I'm like, you're not coming here. You're not. I'm happy everyone came in and they showed out and everybody else had a good time.
It was great. I think everybody had a great time. I didn't hear any complaints from everybody, so I'm super excited about that. And somebody messaged us. I forgot who. I need to ask Rana, but somebody messaged us like on Thursday night because they saw like picture on the Wednesday when we had dinner. They're like, oh, are there other events being planned outside of Normiecon itinerary? It's like, no, we only have like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but we have our community, Discord community. That's why we're like, every time people sign up for Normiecon, we tell them to go to Discord, hang out with people because they have events planned. They had events planned Wednesday, Thursday, after Friday, after Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
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 And we got Korean barbecue in 2 weeks.
And Korean barbecue. So it's like there's other events happening. I think next year we'll like emphasize it more. It's like, hey, there are Discord events happening, so join the Discord. Yeah. That's the best way to find out. But
maybe Watchdog, you can probably stay longer and not like act like we're not friends. Maybe like that. How about that? Maybe like that?
Yeah, I loved it. It was great. It was like event. Everybody came Wednesday and we were like, next year everybody's gonna start coming on Tuesday. And it's like a whole week.
We need a
week. Yeah, I loved it. I know it's still like it's Indiana, but I get excited when people come in because they like plan out things and like they're hanging out with each other. So I know it's Indiana, but we will find something to do.
Should we like next year? I'm thinking like what should we do? Should we like charcuterie board night? No, we should go bowling.
What's bowling?
Football bowling is next to the CCIC building. Oh. And we can like rent out a few booths and just.
That's what that is? Mm-hmm. I always see it. I was like, is this another like a brewery? Like what is this?
It's like $15.
Yes. Give anybody else stay longer. Me too. Yeah. Next year we are super excited. We'll be doing like new things, so we'll see how that goes. But I think this year was very successful. So we are definitely gonna use that because I could play more games. I think games were fun. I think we are all nerdy enough to like we will play games online. I loved code names. Me and Keddy kill in that game. Like if you put two of us in the same team, we'll kill it. We'll literally, I was like, look at me. Fishing. And she was like, this and this. I was like, okay, good.
Fishing
like,
for 4.
Fishing for 4. And she was like, good. Like, good job. It's like, otherwise I won't take any, yeah, but it was hilarious.
Also, you didn't do karaoke.
I didn't do karaoke, no.
Why? Do you not like karaoke?
No, I don't mind karaoke. I just have to be like really, really drunk. I was feeling it alcohol in the beginning, but then I think next year we'll have a helper for Hannah. Like just 2 different bars, not like to occupy her space. I think that's the one thing we did learn last year, but then put it into use this year. I had the first drink, it was great, and I wanted the second one. I was like,
yeah,
I think she's tired. Let me just get beer.
But it was also good that we did it because if we would, girl, they'd be like, "Can you guys please stop swinging from the chandeliers?" Who sang Lizzie McGuire?
I don't know, but all the girls were singing, and the guys was like, "I've never heard this song. You never heard?
No. Oh my god,
Lizzie McGuire song?
Didn't watch a Lizzie McGuire movie. I still get goosebumps. I love." It
was funny because all of us were like singing out like on top of our lungs, and Pat goes, "I've never heard this song."
Like, what? You never heard the stars shine so bright?
Even Sturridge hadn't. Like most of the guys hadn't heard
Uncultured.
Hilary Duff. Hey now. Exactly. It was so good. I loved that movie.
I felt like a 12-year-old again. I was like,
we need to. You know what we need to do next year?
Yeah.
Cheetah Girls.
Don't you play with
Cheetah Girls.
Don't you play with me?
We have 4 girls.
Yes, I'm so down.
I think we need to plan out Cheetah Girls.
I would love that. Can we do, what was the is it Fuego?
I don't know. It's like a first movie. Oh, second movie. Second movie was
We
great
could do the
too.
Cheetah Girls. We are sisters. That's the first one. But there's a Fuego one that they're in Barcelona.
Oh, Barcelona was so good. Yes. I watched those two and I loved those two movies. I think there was like a third one as well.
That's when Raven wasn't a part of it.
Oh, then I didn't watch it. Yeah, Raymond was the best one.
But you know what's weird? What I really would love for us to do is do a girls trip.
Yeah?
To go to Barcelona and dress up like Cheetah Girls and do that song in the streets.
Oh my God.
That is literally on my bucket list. You can be anyone you want to be.
We'll just like dance and like really quick, like do TikTok. Like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah, I want a drone slowly falling up over the old city, and that's what I'm going to keep. So at my funeral, it's just going to be playing in slow motion.
Oh my God, I love it. Yes. Well, we need to do a lot of girls trip. I think, oh my God, I had a plan a couple of days ago. It's like, I will sit down and just plan out travel. Because I think we keep talking about girls trip. We just need to like plan it.
Yes.
And just like, okay, this is what we're gonna do in like 4 or 5 months, and then go from there. We'll see. We have to like sit down and just do that.
I've also started using my Google Calendar. It's so nice now. Thank you for showing me. Oh my God.
I love Google Calendar.
If y'all don't understand how much work these people do.
I love Google Calendar.
It like you see it and it's just like it makes my brain happy. But Normiecon, it's always great seeing how your friends do amazing things. But even that, even some more cemented because I'm like, you guys, a lot of people don't realize how much work you guys do.
Yeah,
You guys do a lot of things simultaneously. You have to think about it in so many different layers, and you do it well.
Thank you.
And that is not common.
Thank
that
you.
Is not
I mean,
common
it's
at
been
all.
80 years, so we've kind of figured it out now.
8 years.
It's been 80 years. We've been like doing this channel for 80 years, and obviously we have none of us used Google Calendar in the beginning, and I think it's really been like me and Katie and Serge who worked in more of a professional setting who brought calendar in, and we're still trying to make other people use it because I'm like, if it's not on my calendar, I'm not doing shit.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
So me and Katie butt heads sometimes because she uses calendar too, but like she will post it and then I wouldn't get CC'd on it, and I was like, I'm free. Like I wasn't tagged on this, so like it's not on my calendar. And now, but I will use Slack because she was like, it's on Slack. I was like, okay, I will use both just to confirm, but it needs to be on my calendar.
Right. Katie, it was like you guys are the honey and the hatchet.
Yeah, it's just like I think we get along really well, but we also have butts on things. So it's like this could be done better, and it's like, well, other people don't use it. I don't give a shit about other people.
I love that for you guys because you guys are very straightforward. You never have to wonder, be like, I wonder what they're thinking. You already hear it. Marquette is already like, I hate it. You're like, oh, okay, well, all right. What would you like to do? She's like, we're gonna do this one. I'm like, all right, cool. I love that because I feel like not a lot of people are as decisive, which makes me think we'd be really good travel friends because everyone wants to know what they want to do.
Yeah,
fit it in the itinerary.
I think I've traveled with Marquetta quite a bit, and I think every time we travel with the group, I loved her. I think this is why me and Chris and Katie we get along because, you know, brown people, we take our time. Just like things are happening and then the things are happening in this line, and I will join them. And then both of them were like, okay, we're heading. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with them because I know if I stay here, we're never leaving.
No.
So I will do both sides. Like I will hang out with this recreational activities that's happening, but once they are ready to go, I'm going out with them.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because me and my sister, we are like that. It's like we will have a plan out. Like if you're traveling, we don't like to stay in like till noon or 1. It's like we have things to do. So we'll get ready and leave. And that's how Marquetta is like, okay, I will join you. Like anybody, you're an adult. Take your time. We'll be here. Meet us there. Like I'm not gonna rush you.
I'm not gonna wake you up in the morning either. This is it.
Exactly. And that's how Marquetta was like, I'm not gonna rush you to get ready, but I'm telling you I'm leaving at 10. If you're ready, great. If not, I will let you know where I am.
I love those friends.
Cool.
I love that because sometimes I have to sleep long, and I love when you're like the 10 a.m. friend and be like, I'll meet you for lunch, and then we have a picture of lunch, and I'm like, what did you do today? And you're like, this. I'm like, oh my god.
Exactly.
Well, I want to do this. Let's go and hop in.
Yeah, it was great. God. It was great. That was how my career trip was. Like the friend that I went with, he was there for work, but they filmed this music video that's coming on October 18. Actually, I'm super excited. We're gonna watch it. It's called by a group band called Young Posse. I know. I'm super excited for it. But it was funny because like he worked and then they worked like, oh my god, it was like 20-hour shift. They don't have union labor. So they just work. They work till it's done.
Oh, ma'am, no.
Yeah, and he like he as a director, he came from America, so they were like, we'll just want to get it done, so like in 4 days. So and afterwards, he's just catching on sleep. He was like, that's fine, catch up on sleep, and I'm gonna go do things, and then just message me, and then I will come back, or I will meet you outside.
I'll bring food.
I will bring food, and it was great. It was like I enjoyed it, and I was like, I did this and this and this, and like I found this. We should go back there because that was great, and it worked out great. I loved it.
I love when you find a new like restaurant, like especially staying like a week, and you're like, this is my breakfast spot.
Yeah.
What for you would be a good place to go outside of the country for the first time? Because Spotty's never been.
Okay.
So I keep thinking Barcelona would be a good kickoff.
I've never been to Barcelona.
You never been to
But I
Barcelona?
don't think you can go wrong with Barcelona. Right. Yeah. But you like go take him to Paris because you know those area and stuff.
Dude, true. I like Paris. I don't know. It's such a it's a hit or miss because I don't know. You could tell people Paris is just a city. You have to remember it's a city and it's a little dirty.
People overhype it.
Yes, and people pee everywhere. So don't get like that's like the whole Paris syndrome.
Yeah.
That's why I part of me is like, yeah, I want to show you where I grew up, but also I'm like, I don't want to show you if you're gonna be like,
this is not what it is.
This is what I thought it was.
Honestly, I'll be honest. When me and my sister we went to Paris, we hated it. We hated the city.
Everyone's like kind of like you have to be a little mean back for them to want to be chill with it, but you don't know that first, and then no one kind of it's weird.
And then there's like tourists, and I know like servers and all that stuff, like they were snobby, and it was like I made sense because tourists are mean, and it was so funny because we got there and one of her friend was like, oh my God, I love Paris. I left my heart there. And my sister was like, where? Let me bring it back to you.
Not where, let me bring it back to you.
Like, where is it? Because I don't know what you talk. Because people overhype that Paris is this wonderful city. And it is. It really is.
But it's also a city first.
It's
wonderful.
Exactly.
It's a city in a swamp. And people also don't realize that with no AC.
Yeah.
And like during the don't go in the summer. Pro tip: never go to Paris in the summer. No. You will die. You will lose weight. You will be like, oh my God, why? But in the winter, it's really nice.
Or spring, fall, spring, winter, it's great because I think in the summer there's so many tourist groups, and they're so mean and annoying.
And they offload. Like you're like, wow, and I'm stuck here and I have to wait for the Louvre. Go in October, elite time, because they have like the Nuit Blanche. And the only time I like even going for the summer is they have like the music festival that they take over the city for. But like I'm curious because that's why there's so many factors into Paris. Because I'm like we stay for a week and we just hit the sites, or we stay for a month and really get grasped into it.
You know what country would be great? Italy.
Yes, everybody.
Italians are so nice. And you can get away with like not knowing any language because but if you're gonna do touristy spots, I will say buy the fast pass lines, otherwise you'll be standing in lines for hours.
Forever?
Yeah.
Did you ever go to Florence? Because I was thinking Florence would be cute.
Love Florence.
Teeny tiny, right?
Yes, Florence is beautiful. We spent like a day and a half in Florence. If you're gonna go to Florence, any touristy spots, if you want to take a picture or look around, go early in the morning. As soon as the sun rises, get ready and leave because you will get the best view. Because once it hits 11 a.m., it's packed.
And people selling things. People are in, what was it called? Assassin's Creed costumes next to walls.
There's a big cathedral, lines around the cathedral.
Yeah.
And at that time, just sit and watch people.
Yeah.
You already walked around and did your stuff because they're beautiful alleyways, right? Walk around. That's where we went with a group. It was our first time when we went to Italy, my family. We did this group tour. So they took us early morning. It was beautiful. And then they were like, okay, now you guys can roam free. We walked around and got so busy. Like, that's a good tip. Came in super early, walked around, did everything, and then we just sat and had, we just literally had pizza and wine and just watched other people being frustrated because the lines were so long.
And just hot.
It's so hot. It's hot. Florence will be beautiful, and then you can take transportation anywhere. It was nice.
I didn't know that.
But yeah. Going back from there.
Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry.
I don't know you're good. But Normiecon was great. If you guys are having a FOMO, guess what? Keep an eye out. We probably will be coming back again next year for some kind of news around Normiecon. And join for that. But yeah, travel.
Barcelona, Italy. Oh, we can do both.
Barcelona, yes.
We can do a Ryanair ticket. Okay, I will plan this.
It would be. Dude, we took a Ryanair. Me and Priti took a Ryanair from Milan to Budapest.
Hey, if we can do a trip, Budapest,
it was like $45.
Are you serious?
No, it was like $45 that we took there.
Here's the thing:
like,
we go to Budapest,
and it's so cheap.
I'm just gonna eat. All I'm doing is just gonna eat. I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna eat.
Yeah. Actually, Budapest might not be a bad. The only horrible part is Prague is beautiful too. The only part is like East Europe. There's not readily available transportation to go between countries. But Hungary, oh my God, Budapest was super cheap.
Yes, and then the Ubers are super cheap.
It was super cheap. It was nice. I remember we went from Budapest to Krakow, Poland. We had to take a night bus.
Y'all went to Krakow?
We went to Krakow.
So how was that?
It was beautiful.
Really?
It was so tiny.
I always hear like there's only two swings. Either people love it or people are like they're super racist and I hated it.
I didn't think people were racist. People were chill. And we stayed at a hostel. The first time we stayed at a hostel was an adult hostel.
Hostel.
Yeah, I was like,
does that mean like places?
No, it was just
adults.
I guess no kids. Yeah, it was like a 21 plus. Oh. So or I guess I don't know what the age limit is there, but like they had like a bar crawl happening. It was nice and it was so cheap. So because it was like I think it was like $15 a night, something like that. So because we had a night bus going, we were gonna get there like at 6 a.m. So we bought an extra night. It was like so we can like leave our stuff there because otherwise we wouldn't have gotten the room until like 5 p.m.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah. So like we'll get at 6 a.m. right? Like it's only $15. We'll get a room, like not room. There was like beds. It was a share room, but we only were sharing that whole room with one other person who's Korean, who was traveling by himself.
Yo,
it was nice.
I always meet Koreans when I go.
I don't understand.
And they're so
everywhere.
Neat.
They're so neat.
And I'm like, how are
he
you
was
doing?
So quiet, and we were barely there. Like we were just outside. We just there literally to sleep, change, and left. It was really nice. I loved Krakow. It was really really nice. I didn't think they were racist. It's a really walkable town. It's like covered with like a wall. And they had a beautiful pastries, people walking around. I really loved Poland. Okay. I loved Krakow. I guess like we were only there for a day and a half. I guess if I was there like living, maybe I will be dealing with, locals. But I didn't deal with locals, so it was nice.
I think I love. Okay, I'll be open. My mom also got some Polish. She was the one who went, and she got some dishes. She said she loved it.
Yeah,
I want to go.
Yeah,
I would love to go back to Portugal because I did love the hostel there. Oh my God,
I want to go to Portugal. I haven't been to much of West Europe.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, I would love that. The thing is, I don't like Portuguese food, but they like to drink.
Oh yeah,
girl, they love to drink. The best drag queens I've ever met at a drag bar there. That's a whole other story. That's an off camera story. But
we need to do that then. Yeah,
I would love to do that. And then there was also there was a Korean gentleman that we were roomed with. There was 3 of us.
Yeah.
I felt so bad because we were the crazy Americans, girl.
Of course, my friend the loudest. Oh my God.
We were showing him the world, and he's like, "Wait, you shouldn't be drinking like this. It's gonna be bad for you." I'm like, "Drinking like what?" Like we were showing him all this stuff. He's like, "I've never seen a drag queen before." We're like, "Let's go!"
Yeah, let's. Oh my God.
I hope I hope he's okay.
Well, but Koreans drink so much.
I thought, but he was like so sweet, and I don't think he was. We were so comfortable with each other, and like they were also we was my first gaycation. That's when I went to Portugal.
Gotcha.
And so he, of course, was not. And so he had like a Yemenese gay man. There was like a British white like gay man with him, and there's me, and then him just scouring over Porto.
I love it. I love taking people who've never seen like stuff like that and taking them and they're getting so excited. I was like, yes!
Oh my God, he took his shirt off and was whipping it.
Yeah, I was like, you can do whatever you want. Like, be open because nobody's judging you.
No. We took him to a bear bar and he goes, "What's a bear?" I'm like, "It's not you, baby."
It's it's not.
You're an otter.
I don't think any Koreans are bears.
No.
Maybe some of them very rare. Oh, there was a video that you sent me with all those like rope jacked up guys.
Didn't know it was your kink, right?
No, I was like, what is happening? She sent me this video. It's this guy's like some Asian. I think they're Korean.
Yes.
Like, big guys, like not, and they were like jacked up, and they were rope bound, standing underneath this fountain, like,
this waterfall for no reason.
And I'm looking at it, I was like, I did not know that this is something that I like. And I'm watching this, it's like, I have so many questions, but I am okay with this.
Now I need paintings of it in my room.
I was like, what is happening? I was like, this is a kink that I did not know was activating.
I was like, Navi gets on my gut. She gets there.
That's hilarious.
Oh, was it Buddha Stone? Is France a city?
Is France a city, or are there lots of plants and trees around? Oh yeah, there's a lot of plants and trees around.
France as a country has a lot of nature. And in Paris, because it's in the middle of a swamp, there's actually also a lot of parks around. There's a great importance on parks. King showed that they had money by building a bunch of parks. So one thing that I actually miss a lot is the walkability, though, and falling into a park everywhere. Because you could just take a time, you take a break. And then you can just walk around and feel some type of way. After work, you can go and have a happy hour, sit at the park, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But if we do a Normies travel vlog, that'd be y'all.
We've been talking about it. I think we just need to figure out some way. I think I've been doing, I've learned a way. I hate talking to a camera. I know that's my job. Yeah. But when I'm vlogging or like just doing my own Instagram, I hate talking to a camera. So that's why most of my reels are just like me doing things with the audio.
I love your reels though.
Thank you. So I think I did like one small mini vlog. I was like, I'm gonna try to do that, but I hate talking on a camera. I don't know why.
Oh, it's weird.
It's weird. I hate hearing my voice and I have to edit it myself. Like it's like I can't edit my voice. So like if I'm talking over, it's like.
Do you sound how you think you sound?
No.
I hate my voice.
I don't know anybody who likes, unless you're a singer, I guess
unless they're Beyonce, I don't know. What is that like?
Even as a singer, do they hear their own music? Like, do they listen to, do Beyonce listen to her own albums?
Right?
Like, what if her daughter was like, I am listening to Renaissance. I was like, I hate that shit. Put that away. Turn it off. I hear it all the time. I don't know. Oh my God. I was going to say something. I forgot. Oh, Paris. So when we got to Paris, this is a beautiful thing about Europe, and I always forget about it. On Sunday, they close everything.
Oh, they shut that shit down.
Everything.
Get your stuff on Saturday and hope by 8 p.m.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And every time we have landed, me and my sister, any country, it's Sunday.
No!
We were in Munich, it was Sunday. We were in Paris, it was Sunday. One time we were in Italy and it was Sunday. And we learned the hard way. Thankfully, we didn't need anything. And there's a lot of Chinese or Asian restaurants that open. But I will say, if you are able to put Sunday in middle of a country, it's a beautiful way to explore it without a lot of tourists.
No rushing.
And,
France is there's only one mall that's open
on
Sundays. And it's called the Four Seasons, I believe. In English, and it's in La Défense. That's the only place that I found that's open. They started opening. Now some places open until 1 p.m. But after that, it was really nice. We were there, we couldn't figure out what was going on. We were walking around. So where are people? Walking around, walkable. I love walkable cities. And then we found out Sunday, and I was like, that's fine. That's fine. I guess we'll walk around less people. But I miss the idea of walking everywhere and the transportation. So a couple of weeks ago, Chris planned this whole event of Red Line. So we had this one bus. Ooh, yeah.
Have you been on that Red Line bus?
No, it scares me a little bit, not gonna lie.
Same here. I was like, I'll do it, because I want an excuse to do it. And we were walking everywhere, and there's an app for it. There's an app, you put money in it. And apparently you don't scan it on the bus, but on the station when you're getting on, you scan it there. You scan it once, and that's a round trip. Because we were scanning it the whole time. And the buses were clean.
What?
Girl.
Yo, they're the same buses they have in Paris.
Are they?
They're the exact same buses.
They were nice. I was sitting there, I got on there, sat next to the window, and I was driving, was like, this reminds me of traveling. And I was I got so excited. My whole day was I was so happy. I was by myself. And if nobody was with me, I would put my headphones in and just go from it. I was this is not bad. And it goes down a main street. I think it's a college that it goes down to, or whatever, really? Meridian. It goes all the way down and goes all the way to Bravo.
Really?
Yeah, we took Uber all the way south because we could have taken the bus, but I guess it takes an hour. I was for me, it doesn't matter. I will sit on a bus. But it's Indiana, so I'm not looking anything new. But it was really, really good. I was really, really happy with it. I was this is kind of remind me of travel. So anytime I'm sick, travels, not be able to travel, and I'm homesick about it. I guess the homesick's not the right word.
Well, travel
missing
sickness.
it. Yeah. So I think the Red Line would be the best bet. I'm just gonna get on this bus.
Should we just make some mulled wine?
We should.
Just drink?
We should probably, because they're not checking. I wouldn't go on there at night. I mean,
no.
I don't know when they stop doing, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I will be kind of scared to go at night. But in the morning, I think was really nice. It's we could probably just take one, go to all the way south, eat whatever, and then go all the way. Like it stopped at spots. So like we just walked to those and then later hopped on the train.
This one?
Yeah, it was really nice. I will definitely do that again.
I'm curious. One of the things I did like to do, especially in Paris when I was sad, I would like put my headphones on and take a bus and just have it take me throughout the city.
Yes.
And I feel like that's what I miss a lot for an indie. But everything's a balance.
Everything's a balance. Yeah, I think that's the things like, yeah, I can sit on it an hour and look around, but like what I'm looking around is the time that I already know.
I feel like that's what I tried. Spotty and I have this conversation a lot because I don't like. We were talking about the differences because he's grown up in Indiana. Yeah. So for me and for us, since we've traveled out, I'm like, I feel like we have that pool of like, hey, it's time to go. I keep seeing the same loading screens. It's time to go. It's time to go. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know how would you convey that for someone who doesn't experience the same or has not? I feel like it's like the opposite of homesickness, but the same feeling. Same like you just feeling. Gotta go.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't get that kind of a gotta go anymore that I used to. I think if you can just plan out ahead of time. Oh, thank you, Aldape0415 for subbing. Appreciate it. I think it just for me it's weird because like I can't plan right away. Like I can't just be like, let's leave this weekend. I will have to plan ahead of time and then be done it. But you can just like do a weekend trip. Go to Bloomington. Do Brown County.
Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, like you don't have to like go do a big travel.
We did Brown County. We've done Brown County. We've done Bloomington because we watched the Book of Mormon.
Oh, nice! It was nice. Isn't it so good,
dude? And there was
so good.
And then we went to Cincinnati for a day.
Oh yeah.
I ended up meeting this lady who has this cool art boutique that we have to go back to. Yeah. But I love Cincinnati a lot. Cincinnati felt like Europe.
Yeah,
that felt really nice.
And there's a tram that just goes around it. I was like, that's so cute.
But fuck their parking tickets though, because I'm like, how do you park? I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe reading may be fundamental, but
I don't know. I went to Crystal Marquette and they parked somewhere. Yeah, I think there's a small town like to do it, but otherwise I will just if you have something like I gotta go, just drive around. That was me when I lived in Nevada. I think my travel bug is kind of left my body. But I had this like when I was in Nevada, I was living by myself. It's like I just need to go. I need to leave. I'm tired of all day working. And
I need something new.
I just need something new. Yeah, and I will just like drive somewhere. I'm like, I don't care. I don't need a destination. Or I will pick a destination. Like I'll drive till here and then get a drink or get a coffee or whatever. Yeah. And I may not need coffee. That's fine. I will take a coffee to go and I will just drive and then drive back and listen to a podcast or something and listen to new things and go from there.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. I think like everybody is has a different travel bug. With them, you kind of just have to meet that common ground, but plan ahead.
So that's I'm serious about that girls trip. I've been in a country who speaks English way too long. Yeah. I need to pick a country whose language I don't understand.
Makes sense.
Whose signs look like characters.
And they do things differently. And I was like, oh, this is so efficient. Or like do it differently. I love that.
I need the bread to taste different because of the water content. I need an old short grandma telling me I'm making the local food wrong. That's what I want. And then she shows me.
It's so funny. So the person that I'm friends with, are we going to call him Sam? And
Sam. Okay.
Yeah, so he does not like bread here because it's just
the sugar.
Yeah,
it's the sugar.
It's like I cannot find a good bread. I was like, let me take you to Amelia's, but he was like, no. I was like, let me take you to Amelia's, but I don't know if he will like the bread there because he used to like his hometown bread, and European bread is a whole different kind of home deal. It's like, yeah, I don't think I can do the same thing, but we'll try it. But it's like small things, right? Like a small things like. Yeah, America does it different. We have sugar in everything.
And we don't even realize it.
We don't even realize it.
The chicken tastes different. The chicken tastes so different here. It doesn't feel like chicken.
I'm not a big fan of chicken here.
No, I don't. I actually I'm starting to like the beef more because if I eat too much chicken, it's like this feels off. The pork tastes a little off too, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of, that's why I'm like, even veggies. My parents like not a big fan of veggies here. Yeah. There's like, they will get like this veggies from an Indian store. Depends on it. It's like, okay, these taste, like you can taste the difference. Like I can taste difference, and usually I'm like, oh no, but like they will cook something like, yeah, this tastes way better.
Way better.
Because like veggies are so different. But Watchdog, almost everyone at the con kept saying the water tastes stranger here, and I was like, bro, the water is fine.
No, yeah, the water does taste different.
I remember when I moved here, I hated the water here.
I still hate the water.
Yeah, I was not. At first, we were in California. I was like, the water tastes bitter. Like water tastes like now it's fine, but yeah, water is there's something weird with the water.
Yes, it's better than pears, I will say, because there's all sorts of calcium in there. My hair is better here.
Yeah,
my skin is better here, but it's still something that's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I need to put a water softener in my house because that's like ruining my hair. But that's something that's like I keep pushing the back burner.
Can we also give everyone a clap for Navi's hair, because Navi's hair is luscious and beautiful, and I love it.
Thank you. I do need to wash it, but I'm happy that I'm small, like it's shorter hair. Then now I can like try more wigs on. I'm gonna try more wigs.
Oh my god!
Like, I'm excited for that one. Yeah,
I worry that I'm gonna put a wig on and it's gonna look like a shiny auntie. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you take like a shine out of that. I've been watching TikTok, but like it's just a matter of baby powder and like you wash it with fabric softener.
Really?
Yeah, apparently I've been watching TikTok. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm gonna try. Like we have a couple of wigs here that are like really really shiny. So like let me put this in fabric softener and see how that goes. We'll see how that goes.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Lucy, my friend, says that her hair is better in New York versus California. Honestly, my hair was better in Nevada than it's here.
Really?
I loved my hair because it was like it's a dry air and it's way more humid here. So it's like much more frizzier here. Then there was like a perfect curls. I didn't have to do shit with my hair.
You know
was
what?
so different.
Someone tell Suraj that, because his hair be talking sometimes.
Yeah,
like
it's because it's here, and like I don't think he realized it. Like he needs to go to Nevada or something and like figure out that. All right. We just talked random shit. I wanted to talk about this, so we want to talk about Love is Blind. There's a new season. There's only 8 episodes out. This season, if you could describe in one word, what would it be? I think this season's been stupid.
I think that's gonna make it because that's I feel like the noise I've been making the entire time.
Yeah, so spoilers. If you haven't seen Love is Blind, spoilers. Honestly, it's fine. Like even if you get spoiled, this season's been weird. It's
everybody. So. Oh my god! Also, I love that now the boyfriends of TikTok are all in on this season for some reason for Love is Blind. Oh. So it's like I've been seeing dudes explain Love is Blind to each other.
Oh my god!
And it's so good. Everybody hates Izzy. Everybody hates Uche, like as they should. But this season it's been different.
It's been different.
I have very strong opinions, but I want to hear yours first.
Mine? Okay.
Yes. Let's start off with let's start it easy, softball.
Let's just talk about couples, I guess.
Yeah.
Which
So what do you think about JP and Taylor?
Okay, that was a damn excuse for JP to say. I was like, it was all the makeup.
The makeup made you a fake person. Like, TLDR, this man who only dresses in red, white, and blue. I'm pretty sure he was there on January 6th. He can say no all he wants. I believe it. Full toast town.
Like,
and this beautiful, like, Southern belle get together. And she came in. They're like, we're going to meet for the first time. She was beat to the gods.
Yeah.
Body given Coke bottle.
Beautiful.
And he was like, he was all totally opposite out of the pod. And he said it was because she had makeup on. And that made him feel like she was a fake person. Which JP just needed to realize that he was trash.
So you do think that's an excuse, right? Because like for him to say, it was like, do you not see people wearing makeup?
You ever not dated a woman? He's like, it's all over my shirt. I'm like, yeah, that's the point of having a girlfriend. That's
like a whole point. Like maybe she had more, but she wanted to impress you. You were just seeing her for the first time.
And also, get why? She also had makeup off most of the time in Mexico. And like, I don't know, real men don't care about it. I will say, but I had Dameron and my face ended up on his sleeve. His white shirt.
That was hilarious.
Did not even blink. He goes, that's the point. That's
that's fine.
So for seeing this and seeing JP handle it that way, I was like, whack.
Yeah, Amanda B. Yeah, this season's awful. I'm struggling to finish it. I don't wear makeup. He said that too, and I was like, what the fuck? Seriously. And the whole thing was like when I hate when, and I've dated people where I'm the only one keeping on the conversation.
Dude.
Absolutely hate it. So I don't like now I wish the season was better and I would go back and see the interaction, but I hate the season. Like, I don't want to go back and watch it. It was like, but they were having a good conversation. Like, I don't think she would have picked him if she kept going the conversation. Maybe she was the one keeping up the conversation.
I felt like it was because he wasn't saying anything. Like, whenever he was there, I'm like, there's no substance in his eyes. And when they said they're gonna broke up in the glee on his face, and he was smiling the other time, I'm like, he's one of those guys. I don't know if you guys have been with these types of people that will do everything and just wait for you to break up with them.
Yeah. They don't want to be the one to do it.
They'll just sit there and sulk and be like, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. And they're just waiting for you to break up with them. And you're like, what?
That was just weird. And I'm glad that she ended. It must have been so painful to be in Mexico with him.
Dude, I felt so bad for Taylor.
Yeah. Yes, for her to end it that early on. Somebody made a comment later on, one of the guys, when they were all get together, it was like, oh, I can't believe they ended early. Like, if I had a daughter, I would love her to marry JP. I was like, who?
That guy was also a January 6er.
Yeah.
Like, disgusting. Disgusting.
I was like, it makes no sense. I never saw him talk to anybody. It was like, clearly nobody wanted you. Like,
no
nobody.
one. That's why you're there with nobody with you. Like, that was so weird. And I'm like, also looking at JP, what about him screams, I want to date him? Because when I saw JP, I said, man, that guy was hit with a brick.
Yeah, that's why he was in the pods.
Exactly. And also, no, I would not. Being American, I don't want anybody loving America that much. Not enough to be like the only thing you wear is the American flag. No taste, no nothing.
No.
We have Ralph Lauren. We have...
Dude, I have to tell you the story. Side tangent. So when I was in MBA, we had a one week international program. So we went to Cuba. And we had one person in a group who's never been overseas. We went to Cuba. And he brought with him American flag t-shirts.
No.
And
that's the first rule.
I know. And... we all like it was not that big group, like we were all very close, like it was like cohort with like 15 people, and we all like dissed on. It was like, what did you think? Why did you think it was a good idea for you to go in a different country and wear American flag? Even if America is the best country, why would you wear a country's flag
in a country where you're not in?
Yeah,
that's stupid. That's the thing they tell you, don't identify yourself that way.
Yeah, and he was like, I just want to make sure like people know that you were fucking American.
We know, girl. We knew. We saw the pants. We saw the shoes.
I know. I was like, I think people will know as soon as you're walking down that you walk different, that you're American. Like, Americans walk different.
They do. Like, you play the game. So my French teacher taught me this game in high school when we were in Germany, and it's one of my favorite games. It's called Spot the American.
No.
Whenever you're traveling.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
You want to talk about people watching? Just sit down and watch, because you always find them. Americans, we know. We know from the clothes. We know from the belt buckles. We know from the walk. We know from the entitlement of believing that you should take up the whole sidewalk and look around and take time and block people in your way. We know. We're not all horrible, but either. We're also very loud.
Yeah, like we just know. But it was just so funny. It's like, I hope you brought different shirts. I mean, thankfully he mixed them up, but like,
not mix them up, just throw them away.
Yeah, like, why do you think this was a good idea? And I understand you never travel, but still, it does not excuse.
No, because you might be in a country where Americans aren't loved all the time, and they will target you, unfortunately.
I mean, also, we had fucking Cuba.
Bring a Cuban shirt.
Yeah.
Also, we're in Cuba.
we're in Cuba. Cuba who hates America because America hates Cuba. I was like, why would you think this was a good idea? Like, it makes no sense to me.
No, we just got the cigars 2 years ago, thanks to Jay-Z. It's not how it happened.
Not,
but
like, thanks to Jay-Z. But, I mean, that was like, yeah, JP to be like wearing, I was like, dude, we got it. You're American. Like, calm down. You'll be fine. But yeah, no.
He was early trash.
I'm glad they ended. So what do you think about this whole... Let's get to the meat of it. What do you think about this whole Lydia and Uche thing?
Uche needs to take his L and go to sleep. Like, I don't understand. So Uche, full out, I believe, narcissist. Yeah. He needs to have a lawyer that's who wants to fight with him. He didn't want a relationship. He wants to date a lawyer to fight with. It's weird. Lydia, I know a lot of people don't like Lydia. I don't think Lydia is perfect.
I don't know what to think about Lydia, to be honest.
I don't either, but I do think what I fully believe on Uche is, first of all, it's weird that your friends are messaging you and screenshotting it, because I'll tell you in passing. Yeah. Because we've had people in our friend group where, like, they've interacted with someone and they didn't, and it wasn't on great terms, and all we would tell you is like, hey, girl, it's totally normal, unfortunately, when you guys break up, for someone to look at your Instagram. But it's sad. Yeah. It's public.
Yeah, I want to know who you're seeing. Like, are you in... Like, I've done that. So, like, I've broken up with, like, people, like, I will just see, like, yeah... If they tag somebody, right, and like, I'm gonna go to that person and see, especially if they are public.
Yes.
And if you're putting your profile public, anybody can look at it.
And if we had coitus 3 months before we even came to the show, yeah, I'm gonna look if we have other friends that are together, mutual friends, but I don't think it's weird. She's not messaging these women. No. She's not commenting on these women. She's not harassing these women. So why Uche was mad that Lydia didn't give a fuck. She was like, and I'm done. Lydia should not have told Aaliyah that. I do believe that. I feel like Lydia has a good heart because she was so game to be like, I hope you're okay, before she even told Aaliyah, like, hey.
And she didn't, she wasn't the one who said anything.
She didn't say anything, which I think was the right thing to do. Yeah. Did she go overboard? Yes. I think she was trying to help, but I don't think, like.
I don't think that was the way. Yeah. That part was weird to me. But I mean, it was really good. The Lydia didn't say anything to Aaliyah about Uche. She waited until Uche did, or like any conversation. Yes. Great. But afterwards, she just kept talking.
No, I think she was drunk.
She probably was. And then Aaliyah was like, I don't want to know this. Like, I didn't want to know
She kept saying that too. And I'm like, hey, girl, listen. Hey, girl, listen.
But I don't know how much of that is editing.
And also, girl, speaking of editing.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the other couple that you never see? Renee and I think this other guy named Taylor?
No.
So they're being sued right now because you realize there's so many short couples this year. Yeah. This season.
There's only 2 couples.
They're being sued for he essayed her on the set.
What do you mean essayed?
The sexually assaulted her while they're in Mexico, and when she was like, hey, so
there was another couple that got together.
So when you see them and they're trying on dresses, there's a chick named Renee, a blonde chick. She was in the pods. You don't see her too often. The guy they completely cut out of the season. And so she's suing him, who was her fiance, that like when they had left, suing him and the producers, because she was like, you have this footage, you knew he was doing this, I was letting you know, like, hey, I didn't want to be around this person and you guys didn't do anything, so she's suing them.
So there was another couple who got together. They went to Mexico, and she was sexually assaulted there, and then she continued the engagement to the point where she was getting dressed.
No, she was trying to leave. Like, she was like, hey, what's going on? He was exposing himself to her and everything. She's like, well, what the fuck? She was trying to talk to producers to get help, and they were not helping her.
Why didn't she end it?
No, she left, and now she's suing them. Because when they got to Mexico, that's when it was like, she was like, yo, this is not what I thought it was.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's a whole different couple, and it's crazy. They didn't say a peep on it, but TikTok, girl, nothing.
I need to go on TikTok about this.
The FBI has nothing on a scorned woman and TikTok investigators, man.
Oh, Amanda Bean is a different couple. It's a different couple than the girl you see at the dresses.
Oh, it's a different one? Okay.
2 couples.
2 couples? Cut. Oh. Amanda, give us the tip.
So there were 4 couples. So 5 couples got together. One of them broke up, JP and Taylor. 2 are still. So there's 2 other couples who got cut.
Yeah, I didn't know the second one.
Interesting. I was wondering why there was so less. Literally, there's only 2 couples left.
Yes, they're also suing for they essentially treated him like, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Bad Girls Club.
No.
Bad Girls Club is a show back in the day.
Yes, I remember my friends who used to watch it. Yeah, they were living in a house. They were like, we are bad bitches. I was like, oh, okay.
And they're always like, why is it so dirty and things? Because producers wouldn't give them things to clean. They wouldn't give them food. They wouldn't let them go out. And they would just fill them with alcohol for good content. So that's what I think they did to them. She's also suing them for that too. But yeah, all that tea. So that's when I was seeing Lydia talk to Aaliyah and she wasn't hearing her.
Yeah,
I was like,
she must have been drunk.
Part of me is like, I think she was probably kind of lit because from her actions before, it seemed like she cared.
Yeah,
I'm happy that someone does that. But they were Uche was, I feel like he was bad because Lydia didn't care and he was just trying to discredit her from top. He doesn't know how, it was weird of how he was he was speaking with her and he was so demeaning to all the women, which makes me comfortable knowing. That's why now I decided not to fight with men. I just listen to them.
Yeah.
And he sucks.
Yeah. He sucks. I haven't seen why the other couple got cut, but the girl who came for Lydia was actually a different couple because you see her own mom sitting with her.
Oh, I did not realize that.
I need to go back. I background watch every time they do a gown fitting, I don't care because there's no drama. Skip. So I need to go back and look at it. Whenever they're having dinner and whatever, it was like, it's fine. Skip.
What do you think about Izzy and Stacey?
I don't know. So that whole thing, them going after Johnny, just saying how Johnny is fake, I was like, I don't see it. But then again, we may not have. But if she was being a fake, I feel like that will be put in the show because there's a drama.
Yeah. Also, I'm wondering if they're editing it to keep it to the end to show in the reunion, like they did with
exactly
Zainab
because
and
I
them.
wanna know what happened with Aaliyah and Lydia, the fight when Aaliyah left. I was like, why didn't it show us? Maybe in the reunion.
Right. I'm also curious of I am curious. What was I talking about? Oh shit!
Izzy and Stacey.
Izzy and Stacey.
Johnny.
Fighting. I do want to see what happened with Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny came out. Remember, she was telling everyone Izzy was broke. Izzy told Johnny her financial information, and she's like, "I don't want Izzy's broke. Izzy's broke." She was like letting
Why was
everybody
she
know
saying that?
because he told her about like the credit cards or whatever and his credit and everything, and she was like, "Oh, your finances aren't together." And that's why she was like, "Ugh."
It's interesting because the last episode I saw was like, like them packing up Izzy and Stacey because they were gonna get
And Izzy.
And Stacey was like, well, I don't trust you because you said there was nothing credit card. So I went back, I was like, when did this conversation happen? And I didn't see it, so I don't know if where it was, but essentially, so what happened? Like Izzy is broke and has credit card debt,
And he told Johnny, he didn't tell Stacey. He didn't tell Stacey until then.
Yeah,
when we see them talking.
And I will be annoyed if I was Stacey because Stacey has her shit together.
And she's also, her dad was also trying to let you know, hey man,
she likes to fly first class.
she likes her things to be together and everything. And I was just like, oh yeah, his mom and her sister were rough. Yes, the Milton, we will definitely get to
we'll get to Milton. That was a whole
I think
thing.
Izzy's a succubus. Izzy's a full succubus. I think Stacey peeps it, and I do believe Stacey just wants to be loved, but I do think Stacey's gonna say no.
Yeah, I think so. I think the
she
way it's
peeps it to me
going.
often.
Yeah, because like if he hasn't said that to her, right, that's a big red flag. And then he was like, oh, I only have like 3,500 debt on there. That's not a debt.
That's not a debt. That's not enough for your credit to be that messed up for that long.
So something is wrong. If I was Stacey, I would be like, you need to pull your credit card report.
Yeah.
You need to pull your credit report. I need to see your score now. Because even if they love each other, she needs to know what they're getting into, like if they need to buy a house or whatever, like so she's prepared.
And she's already renovating her house.
Yeah.
And you can't even help her with that. That I felt was weird. His intent on like fapping at her, yelling at Johnny was weird when he was like, you were just railing her, and I was so happy. Izzy doesn't like women.
I was turned on.
Izzy does not like women. I fully believe Izzy and Uche are men. When people are like, oh, men who start hitting their girlfriends, those are the men we're talking about. Because the people that listen to people more.
Yeah. That was weird. It was when Izzy and Stacey were having a fight, like after their whole, like Johnny thing, when they're home together. And Izzy was like, oh, like I got flowers for you, like every Monday flower. And then Stacey goes like, oh, well, you don't do anything. At first I was taken back. I was like, wait a minute. He just did something nice. He got flowers.
But that's the only thing he did out of the laundry list.
Yeah, and then when it started going down, this was like, okay, so you just saying all this shit. You're not doing anything. You have a debt. I don't know what you're making or anything. You can't help, and Stacey's bringing her own house that you're gonna move into.
And then you cheers with your mom about a new couch, which makes me believe you don't buy furniture.
Yeah.
You cheers with your mom. We're getting a new couch. Haha. No, red flag.
I'm curious on how that goes because the preview that they showed didn't look like either of the couple got together. But then again, it could be editing. I don't know. It was weird to me how they were going against Johnny. It made no sense. And I think Izzy might be making shit up because I don't think Johnny said all those shit in the way she said it. I think she was just trying to save her face. It's like, shit, the person I was going with Izzy is not with me. Then let me just, Chris is super nice guy. And I don't know. I don't think she was being mean.
No, I think she was processing her emotions. I think Izzy was mad that Johnny wasn't crawling back. And I think Stacey was mad that Johnny didn't care.
Yeah.
Because I think Stacey was very much jealous of Johnny when she said, oh, you were going to be rejected and I didn't even tell you.
Yeah.
And I was like, y'all, that's why happy people don't fight other people. And that's why I know they are not happy together.
They're not. And it was just weird. It's like, I don't know, just like a whole... I don't know what Johnny was, but it didn't seem like she was that bad of a person for them to go against it. But I loved when Uche came and we started talking to everybody. It was like, Lydia's this and Lydia and that, and all the girls like, that's not how it went. Like, that's
and they started
not
jumping on him. And what did he do? Sorry,
yeah.
I'm gonna cut you
oh no,
off.
you're fine. No, that's it. And I was like, yeah, it's like I'm glad the girls are standing up for Lydia because like he's just coming in and bad mouthing this girl. For no reason. Like, who the fuck you think you are?
And he cheated.
And he cheated.
And
he made a big deal that Aaliyah cheated. And I was like, you were like, made such a big deal and you cheated while you were with Lydia. And that was like so weird. I liked Uche until then. I really liked Uche until that happened.
That was
because,
like the first inkling of what?
Because I do think Aaliyah fucked up. Not like leaving, but like the way she left. She could have just said something. But I wonder if that's what Lydia told Aaliyah, that he cheated or whatever. There's other things happened. Because
and she was so sweet.
She was
to come
so
back,
sweet.
and then he just like I felt like he was across the boardroom and being like, I'm gonna eat up my competition. Yeah, and she's not. That was weird. Milton is a giant brain with 2 legs and a 3rd leg. Like there's nothing else in there. And
he's sweet though. I think he's sweet.
You know what Milton reminds me of?
Who?
You ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yes.
He's Holton.
He's
Holt. Captain Holt. He's
Captain
Holt and his mom. That is who they are.
He's Captain Holt.
That is Captain Holt. He don't know what to do with emotions. But I do see a lot of red flags because Milton is aggressively 24. Talk to him when he's 30. Oh, the sitting on the counters.
I mean, he's tall enough to be like, I'm just gonna
push you over. What the fuck are you doing? Buy bigger chairs. You know what Ashton Kutcher did? Built a house to his specs.
Fair enough.
What are you doing? And he's had $6 figures since he was out.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like his family got it too. I can see where he got his like logical discussion from his family, because it doesn't seem like his family's emotional enough to like deal with it. But dude, that was rough. His mom and sis going like against Lydia, that was just weird.
That was very weird.
Like that was just too much. And I think Lydia did a good job. I can see how her answers seem scripted, but I'm assuming like a lot of people continue asking the same question, that you kind of memorize the answers you're giving.
Right.
Why do you think it was Milton? How was the pod? Why do you think like you will be together? It's like same questions. Everybody asked that.
I think his mom was trying to get to know her, but his sister, I don't like Milton's sister. Because I feel like she's one of those people who are mad that you're not married because you're not suffering how she is.
Yeah.
Is what it felt like. Ooh,
yeah.
Yes. And it is.
She answered 2 questions too perfectly, and sister is like, it's fake.
Yeah, and like when they were talking, what'd she say? What have you been up to? Work, spouse, children, spouse life. Like she was trying to. His sister was trying to discredit his relationship from the beginning, the entire time, and that rubbed me the wrong way. But his mom, I'll trust his mom with my life. Honestly, I'm like, because she was very poised. She's like, do you think this is good for you? Are you ready to go and handle Milton? Milton's only 24. Yeah. Like, what does a 30-year-old have to do with a 24-year-old? Exactly. Do you really think he can love you in this way? And I was like, okay, his mom is like, it felt like a therapist, FBI agent. But his sister, it just felt like, I don't know. It felt like she was behind her mom, like, yeah, instead of being like.
It was weird. And there was a thing that something his mom said. I was like, oh, I've never seen, if Milton was excited, I can see the excitement. I don't see it. If I was Lydia, I'll be like, okay, that's concerning for me as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's concerning that if you don't see that excitement from Milton. Like, I'm 100%. Like, Lydia was like, I'm 100%. Like, if Milton don't see it, that's a whole different thing. That's something that you need to discuss too. But I don't know what her answer was. It was like, but that seems like a Milton problem, not Lydia problem. Like, that's just a whole thing. But yeah, the Milton and his sister, when they were having a lunch, that was weird. It was like, oh, he made a comment. It was like, oh yeah, like Lydia's family are more emotional, and his was like, you don't think we are? I was like, I don't think you guys are aggressive.
No, y'all, yeah, like, you're passive aggressive.
Yeah, like that's not same as being emotional.
No, and I'm waiting for some really good Black representation on this show. Oh my God. I really am, because like it sucks, because now we have this one and now everyone's doing great, and then Ultimatum, I'm not sure if you watched that.
I haven't seen the new one. No, I only seen the queer Ultimatum, and that was weird. That one was weird too.
That's a bottle of wine one, because the couple on there wasn't great either. But just seeing this, it's like, I don't know. I appreciate Milton coming from a family and you can tell that they care for one another. But I don't know, Lydia, I feel like Lydia's family is much more loving. It's more real because they're like, no, I feel my emotions. And Milton keeps saying like, oh, you're emotional. That lets me know that his frontal lobe's not formed, and all of that repressed emotion that he has in his head is going to hit you way later. Yeah. And do you want to deal with that? Do you want to deal with like 26-year-old Milton as his brain's growing, being like, because I don't know if he has that emotional regulation.
It's always concerning to me when I see like 24-year-old in Love is Blind. It's like, so you guys are here to get married. How do you know?
And girl, like, I had no idea what he was doing at 24.
Yeah, I was like, idea. You have to be like at least 28. Because you, at that point, you may know who you are. At 24, no.
I'll give you 30. I feel like no one should be, like, I feel like if I ran my country, people would start college in 30 and people would not be able to get married until like 35.
Yeah, because you're going to change. Like, I was such a different person when I was 21, 24, 26, 30. So, okay, there's going to be a Love is Blind UK. That'd be interesting to watch.
Just big old eyebrows and pasty concealer. I'm here for it. It's terrible. I'm so sorry. If you're from London, I'm so sorry. I don't mean it like that. No. I only mean it from Essex.
Look, I like Love is Blind more. I'll have to give an ultimatum a chance and then go from there. But I did like Milton's answer to Uche. When Uche was like, I need to talk to you. And Milton was like, everybody's perspective is different. Like, that's your perspective. And because Uche was trying to like just have him like, well, I don't want you to marry, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he was just there to talk shit.
He was.
Milton said it's like calculus.
It's like calculus. It's like calculus. We are just adjacent lines, like running to each other.
I'm gonna X line. If someone tells me it's calculus, I would just maniacally laugh and walk away. I don't know what to do. I'd be like, Navi, guess what this guy just told me? Navi, guess what this guy just told me?
Like, it was like calculus. It was like, haha.
But that's like, yeah.
It was so, yeah. That whole event was weird. And there was so many, that when they all got together, there was so many girls. I was like, I feel like you guys didn't show any of them.
No, and like, I find that to be odd. I'm also much more interested in a lot of the women on these shows, because I don't know how you guys feel, but whoever's casting for the men needs help.
Yeah.
Because
they need a better man.
They need a lot more, and I feel like even here, like we see a lot more variety and opinions and of people. Like, I need a Muslim. Give me somebody. Give me someone in the Middle East who's like very much, I'm a provider. I don't want you to work. Like, show me something different. And that's like so much more traditional. Find two traditional people. Then you find two progressive people who are like, wow, we're different cultures coming together. It feels like we're like fighting. See, they get the red incels from TikTok and women and throw them all together in this season.
This season has been weird.
This
season has been really, really weird. It just tells you how there's only two couples and they're not gonna make it.
They're not.
So like this season is probably like 0% chance. Maybe Chris and Johnny might make it. But that's a whole separate thing.
Can I spoil that for you?
Yeah.
They do not. All of the Love is Blind people have been doing interviews. Apparently there's no NDA. I've been in it.
But it hasn't ended yet. I thought they don't do anything until like reunion has done.
We thought so too, but Izzy's already done this whole interview that I've yet to see. I saw like the paraphrasing of it essentially. Him saying that like he's sorry that he talked to Johnny, he didn't realize it until later, which I fully believe is because people came and ate his ass. Stacey is doubling down on Instagram.
Yeah,
she's getting ate. Oh
my God.
It's insane.
Oh my God.
She literally was like, it's not bullying if you're standing up for yourself. And people are like, standing up for what? What did she say?
Yeah, what did she say? She wasn't saying anything and you were just standing up saying she was fake while she wasn't doing anything to you.
And then the only person who's sketchy is Izzy. I feel like Izzy's projecting on everybody because every time they go into a fight, what did she say? We chose each other. We love each other, right? Like, I thought that was this. And it was like, no. Like, why do I have to keep choosing you? After he kept doing it, first of all, he packs like a bitch. He packs like a bitch. There's no way to say it. We can eat his ass.
We can eat his ass. It was like, it's just insane.
Yes,
it's
of course.
Crazy.
No, he doesn't deserve his ass ate. Like, I feel like he should be doing other things. Like, I don't know, sucking Stacey's toes because that's his ticket out. But Stacey knows that you can't step up. Her whole family was playing in your face and you didn't even buck up. Because if her dad was coming to me like, oh, you know, she has to fly first class and I don't know if you can handle it, I'd be like, what would make you think that? You gotta show something.
Yeah, he didn't say anything.
And he was just scared. It looked like a guy who was looking at the menu when he took him to a restaurant and he's like, I don't know if I can pay for all this.
Like, I don't know like what to really say, because if Izzy should have been like, I hear you, like I might not be there yet, but I promise you, like that's exactly what I want to provide her. Like, he didn't say any of the answers. Again, I want to give a little bit benefit of doubt because I know editing around this can come off horribly, but it was like, if he had said something, I'm pretty sure they would have kept that, not to make it. But I don't know, this season has been weird. Do you believe Love is Blind?
Fuck no. Love is no.
Yeah,
it's 50-50.
It's 50-50. I do think it's 50-50. I think it really like the idea of in the pause, you can have the conversation that you won't have in person. Like you can actually, because like you have to have a conversation. There's nothing else you can do. You can't see each other. You can't like watch TV. You have to have that conversation. But if you don't get that same physical connection as soon as you see, that's it.
No,
it's not gonna come back
because they've only had one successful couple.
Yeah,
and it's what was it? The scientists, the black woman and the man that are the Hamiltons now.
Oh, I need to go back. Yeah, I don't know who. I assume people were still together from all that time.
The very first season is the only couple that they've stayed together.
Sad.
And they're like in on YouTube now. They're super super cute.
Yeah.
But that's the only one. But no, I don't think
the one, the black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one tall. Love them.
And she's like, I want my car. He bought her the car that she said that she wanted. Like he surprised her at the Jeep on a wagon.
Yeah.
But there has to be there. But the physical is just as important as the emotional.
Exactly. Amanda, emotional connection is amazing in the pause, but physical connection has to be there.
Yeah, because I don't know how you feel, but do you feel like sometimes you're inundated to be like, don't look for a man just for his looks, look for his personality, but men get to pick on their looks all the time.
Yeah.
Whatever they want all the time.
And I think it's not, I will say like, sometimes, when you like on these apps and you swipe left and right, like obviously it's going with the physical. But a lot of times, like if what they're saying is good and you give them a chance, if the conversation is great, the attraction will build. Mm-hmm. Like, and sometimes the person looks amazing and the conversation is so shitty. They're like, I don't want to touch you. Don't hug me. Just let me go. Like, I just feel icky. Like, it doesn't matter how hot you are. Like, if the conversation is not there. So, emotional connection can be amazing. And that first meetup, it's tricky. But, but it has to be there. But you can't come into a pod to say like, the physical is everything. Like that's the whole reason you Love is Blind. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, I remember that Indian couple. Like was it last season before? Like a Deepak or something.
Deep T and that fucking idiot. I'm not gonna give him the pride of that. Justice for Deep T. Justice for Deep T.
Everybody was just like against. It's like, who the fuck you think you are to say to Deep T? And then Deep T, I think
she's gorgeous. She was lovely. She was loving. She was trying to understand you, and he just wanted a white chick to put on her shoulders.
Yeah, and then you knew that she wasn't a white chick. Why were you going about it? Like, you should have done something else. Yeah, it made no sense.
Oh, what is it? What if you don't have social skills? Then learn after this point.
Yeah.
I find a lot of people, unfortunately, because I was just talking to my cousin about this. He's like, I'm ready to be changed. I'm ready to have a girlfriend and like change my life. I'm like, why does she have to change you?
Yeah.
Why does she have to go and work for this for you to have career ambition and plan out your life and do all that? Why is it on her shoulders to do it? If you don't have social skills, you got the internet. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, it's just listening and asking questions.
Yeah, and it takes time. It takes some work to build those social skills. But to build social skills, you have to be social. And it sucks. It's uncomfortable. But I think finding a groups where, like there's other nerdy people with like you, like there's like-minded. That's the only way. Like it sucks. Yes. I don't hate socializing, but it takes a lot out of me. Like this weekend we had Normiecon. I had to prep for it. Like we knew months ahead of time, right? It was prepping. Like on Saturday, we were like, I can't believe you're out this late. It's like, I prepared myself that I knew Saturday is gonna be a wild night.
3 months ahead of time, she started putting in her social battery.
Social battery. Like I knew Saturday is gonna be a wild night. I knew like people are gonna go out. Like so that's a night. It was like I was out because it's like I prepared myself for it, so it was fine. But like on Sunday when we were done and I got home and Kia was staying with me and
Kia.
It was every time like Kia, and my whole thing was like not only my social energy is drained. Everything around me is like I had so much cleaning to do, and I was like I cannot my social energy is not gonna be there because all I'm thinking about is stuff to clean, and that was fine that I can ignore on the weekend because I had things Normiecon, but now that kind of ended. Like I need to clean this, so I was like in a cleaning mode late Sunday night, early Monday morning, so I could like chill. Like,
shit, that must be nice. Where do you get that energy? When does that kick in? Is that 30? Is that when the 30 kick in?
Probably. Like cleaning makes me happy. So like when I was cleaning it all around, because like I could see dog hair everywhere and it was annoying me every time I kept looking.
Yes.
And it was
you
like
wake up angry and you're like, ugh.
Exactly, it's irritating me. I was like, I just need to clean. And then Kia comes back. He was like, how do you feel? Like I feel amazing. Everything is clean. I felt so good. Keyblade, I should be prepared for the next Normiecon or future events with Normies. Yes, you should.
You should. And really, for a lot of it, so what I find is find the stuff that you already like doing. Getting a gym's always great. Getting gym classes is always great because you don't really have to talk to people. But you can like slowly be like, I see you come at this time. Yeah, you look Zumba.
Yeah, socializing. Or like, there's a lot of places that do like Super Smash Bros. Like Tappers, like arcade bar. It's a great place to socialize because you know you can meet people while they're playing the same game and kind of just strike up the conversation. It's like, oh, like, and like, oh, can I join you on this one? Like, you are joining on the games, and I think that's the best way. Just like, don't go out of the way like that you don't like. There are events happening. Go from there, but like you have to build those skills. Like it doesn't come automatically. I hated public speaking. Will
you believe if I said me too?
I won't believe you like, at all. But I think it's just something that I had to work on. And now like I will put a face and like that's it. Like I'm a different person. Like, and I'm nervous or whatever. Like I am. Like once I'm done, I'm like, oh my God, it was like the worst thing ever.
Exactly. Yeah. You mask through it. And so
mask through it.
What some of my coworkers like to joke, we're like, we're all a little autistic. Because what I used to do is I used to read WikiHows.
Yeah.
Because I would move all the time. The one thing that we always had was the internet. And I would read WikiHows, how to be a conversationalist, how to talk to people, how to go and like make friends and like that whole make friends and win and influence people. I would read all these books and just do those steps. So now it feels natural, thank God.
It is.
But before it'd be like literally like, look at someone's eyes for at least I'd be like 1, 2, look away. And that's when my therapist like, I think you're autistic. I'm like, okay. Yeah. But like doing stuff like this, just listening to people and you just ask people same questions like, oh, do you like this? Did you like this growing up? No, I actually did this growing up. Yeah. Oh, what did you do growing up? I did this growing up. And it just builds off of there. Most people are kind of anxious anyway, but most of the time people don't feel like they're heard. So all you have to do is listen. And that's like most of socializing.
It really is. I think the best part is like asking questions to other people and let them talk. Because people like talking. And if like they are talking and you're listening, amazing. Go from there. Yes. But yeah, it takes effort. It takes time. Amanda B, I was not prepared for Normiecon social battery. I'm still dragging. It took me, I think we have done this so many times that like I prepare myself for it. Like it does take out of you. Like if you're an introvert, it does take out of you, and then build in time for yourself to not do anything. Yeah. Like, no.
I'll get stopped, like my social battery be done and I'm okay with like, I'll be quiet. Like people talking to me, I'm like, okay, cool. As long as you don't want any energy from me afterwards, I'm fine. Yeah. But yeah, even now, because even Josh was like, I was like, I can't stay out here in Embod for so long. I'm so sorry. I'm so overwhelmed. And he's like, really? You? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. This is a lot. Like after a while, I was like, I need to go. I always appreciate that when you guys are like, let's take a break. Like, yes, let's go take a break. Yes. It's nice. But yeah, this has been an amazing conversation. We actually went over our time, so that's great. Thank you so much, Bria, coming back again. Of course. Yeah. Any last minute thoughts on like social energy or Love is Blind?
Man,
when is a new episode coming out?
Oh, it is this Friday. Is the finale,
and then there's gonna be a reunion.
Yes, but I will say, I don't know. I'm still learning how to manage my social battery. Yeah? I'm learning now more that once you love yourself, really loving yourself is also saying no. Yeah, and finding that balance is helping me out. But I'm still learning. I literally have no idea what I'm still doing. I'm very confident knowing I have no idea what I'm doing. But what about you?
I think for me, like I've learned that. When I was younger, I used to have FOMO quite a bit, but now it's like, it's fine. If I say no to you for plans, you're still gonna be there.
Yeah, I'm still your friend. No one's gonna be mad about that.
Exactly. And I think that's where it comes to. It's like, I have a good friend base. It's fine. Like, always, you can't keep saying no all the time. You have to say yes in some instances, but it's like, it's fine. I need my energy. I have a lot of things to do, and you guys are not going anywhere, and that's helpful because otherwise, like, no, I need to build these friendships, but it takes time. I think I put my time into the friendship, and now I'm like, they're here. They're not going anywhere.
We're vibing.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you so much. Keyblade, I will research social energy and get my driver's experience side emotion. Yes. Great. And it takes all work. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. Tomin Boston is one we are rating, and we won't have One Piece tomorrow. I'm playing Assassin's Creed tonight, so join me for that. We'll be back with One Piece next week. And we will go from there. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your day. Bye.
Get ready, because it's about time.
You have to press right now
to speak your mind.
Honey, did you have your sleep?
What did Nico?
Ah, you're so cute.
Her sleepy face.
Girls Club.
Ooh. When is Yu's birthday next month?
November 1st.